How you doing, honey? This is unbelievable. You okay? So this time we got to push our cases along the road. How are you doing, Ive? You know, there are certain places in life that you go to and something always happens. And we have a place like this in Thailand. And reviewing this footage, I've noticed the amount of times in the video I say, it was unbelievable. So much of this place is unbelievable. And this place is a place where something always happens. And this place is Koh Tao. Koh Tao for the second time, Ivy. How you doing? It's always crazy, isn't it? You have to pay to come in. That's when you pay to come in. 20 baht, like taxi service fee. The first time Ivy and I went to Koh Tao, I was completely not prepared for this kind of environment. It was absolutely packed. It was blazing hot. We know what we're doing. This time we knew what to expect, and it wasn't anywhere near as hot as last time. So we were able to sit down, take it in, enjoy the moment, and it was really interesting to see. Koh Tao is a very, very busy place all of a sudden, and then within a few minutes it's just quiet. Our first song, Thous.
No, but we went in and they didn't actually.
Sort of a song, Thous. It's always manic, but I do feel that it's always worth it. I feel so much more relaxed. This time, last time we walked up this street, I was nearly dying, needing a drink. Totally dehydrated. Good stuff, Ive. Try not to scratch your bites, honey.
Actually dying eating food.
Yeah, I can imagine. As soon as we get to the hotel, I'll try and order something for you, alright? When we first went to Koh Tao, it was only for a 24-hour stopover. And I went out in the morning and I flew my drone and I saw the most amazing hotel on top of a mountain. And I went home, I searched it on Google Maps, and I made my mind up that we were going to stay at this hotel. However, it only had a 3 out of 5 star rating and the reviews weren't particularly favourable. However, I really wanted to stay at this hotel. It looked like it had an amazing pool, and I was very aware and had explained to Ivy we're taking a bit of a gamble. But I threw caution to the wind, booked in for 2 nights, so I was really interested to see what this hotel was actually going to be like. I have to put my foot here to hold on. This is up to our hotel. I'll be holding on to the cases. Well done, Hive. You've got everything that we own is in those cases there. So it wasn't very far. So remember, this hotel might be a bit faulty towers. I'm not sure they've got the electric at the moment. Nice cool breeze up here. So there's no electricity at the moment, is there? But that's funny. It's okay. No worries. All good. Thank you.
And I need to show you the around.
Let's Pam, 1 minute, Ive. See, I kind of like these sort of places. Which way? This way. Bye-bye.
Our reception open from the 7 a.m. to 11 p.m. sir. If you have something problem,
Lovely.
Room, this guy is sir. And this is the bar. The bar open from the 9 a.m. to 10 p.m. sir.
Perfect. Thank you.
And this is our swimming pool. The swimming pool open from the 7 a.m. to 9 p.m. sir.
You know why we're here. We're here for that pool.
Okay.
Look at that.
And this is the shuttle beach sir. Over there. The
Yeah.
beautiful beach.
Okay.
And this is the Freedom Beach. You go there.
Lovely. Freedom Beach that way. That's Shark Bay.
Oh no, this is Shark Bay.
Shark Bay this way.
There, this is the Shark Island, sir.
Yeah.
So what's the island? This is the Shark Island, sir.
place was epic. There wasn't any electricity on when we started, so we couldn't order Ivy any food. However, we chilled by the pool for a little bit. They bought Ivy some ice cream, and soon after the electric came back on and we were able to order a feast. So part of the charm of hotels for me isn't necessarily just the pool or the setting. It's the people, it's the environment, it's the history, the story. And this place has got no electric. All we can eat is ice cream. Ivy's not eating all day. They couldn't really understand, obviously, when I was saying, is there anything cold to eat? But just look at this. So, the downside is that we don't have electricity. But the plus side is that this room cost about £45 a night. I wasn't sure whether we would get the sea view. We've got a bath. How do we open? Here we go. Here we go. Oh. Wow. Okay, there's a street there, but still, we can sort of bath. Outdoor bath at night. That's the shower in the morning. Is there a toilet? Ooh. My heart went for a minute. I thought it was going to be a shared bathroom. Well, there's no electricity, is there? I love it. Total 3-star hotel. It's obviously had its very decadent days. Full of character. Oh, look, we got food if you're hungry. Into the pool. Koh Tao.
Okay, yeah.
We've got the pool to ourselves. That's the hotel that we saw on the drone shot that time. It's 4 in the afternoon. The sun has finally come out. It was raining this morning in Koh Phangan. Coconut milkshake, thank you. Can I just say, coconut soup, pork omelette, rice, and a red curry non-spicy. It costs about £6. Look at the size of the bowl. This is big. Feast on, Ivy. Look at this. Chicken coconut soup. Wow. Let's try it. Oh my gosh. It's so good. I've never had it before. Why haven't I had this before? That is one of the most beautiful things I've ever had. I'm sorry that my mum can't taste this.
That is my pastry.
Omelette's really good, just a normal pork omelette, that cost £1. Curry's really nice. Coconut shake is delicious. I like a hotel where I feel welcomed, respected, and where I can relax. For me, this is a 5-star experience. We've got a lovely pool, the food is incredible, really good value, staff are nice, you know, and just funny. At the moment, I'm thoroughly enjoying this experience. How can you not? How are you feeling, Ive?
Tanned, happy, not grumpy, not tired.
I am naked in a bath on a balcony. The thing is, I've got to watch the bubbles don't blow away because they're what are keeping me, keeping things discreet, let's say. View from my bath. I mean, come on. you doing, Ivy? Anything other than good today?
Happy.
It's cool, isn't it? Where are we going?
I think we're going to the beach. No.
Sairee Beach, which is where we went last time. There was a frog or something in there. And as I've said many times in videos before, it's night time when Thailand seems to come to life. When the temperature drops a little bit, when the lights come on and you head into the town. And for Ivy and I, quite often we don't have much of a plan. We're just going to go and walk some streets and see what happens. And almost always something comes up. Ivy, last time we came to Koh Tao it was dead. Now look at it. We do it again and again, and we always find something to do or something new. And tonight we're doing it in one of my favourite places that I've ever been to in the world, in Koh Tao. We were happy. We decided to follow the signs to a beach bar and a fire show on the beach, but as soon as we got there it started to rain, so everybody ran from the beach and sort of jumped into this nightclub, which was a UV sort of nightclub, and it was a really cool place to hang out for a short amount of time. I could see that Ivy was nervous and the techno music was banging, but she went with it, and we went in, we sat down, she saw there was other families around, and we started to play around with the UV paint. It rained really hard, and this was a really nice time for Ivy and I. We sat indoors, watched our first indoor fire show, and then as quick as the rain came, the rain stopped and we were back out onto the streets, and it was a maze of sort of tungsten lights and neon and music and flavours and colours. That is why I come to Thailand. It really sort of stimulates my brain in a really positive way.
We're looking at bracelets.
You're looking for bracelets? Okay, go. Being a dad to a daughter, I really enjoy these little moments where we do what Ivy wants to do, focus on some bracelets, where she sees the stall. You know, it almost feels like she's growing up a little bit. She's doing her own transactions with people, she's talking to people. And then we went for a bite to eat. It was late at night, Koh Tao was super busy, and we found a pizza place that was open, and we had an amazing pizza and burger and a couple of drinks for about £5.
I'm tired and hot.
Been a good night though, hasn't it? What are we doing tomorrow?
Nothing.
Good stuff. Good atmosphere. Lots of streets to walk down. Everything's affordable. And a really, really, really nice night. Everyone is so nice here. It was yeah, good experience. Okay, today we are doing the snorkeling and adventures tour. For my daughter, as always, getting everything that she wants. We've got the speed, we've got the big boat with the slide on it. We go to like 5 different snorkeling spots. How are you feeling, Ivy?
Good now.
You were a little bit grumpy this morning for breakfast. Talk me through what happened.
No, I don't want to.
Okay, that's fine.
You can talk it through if you want to.
My daughter is so cool and she's growing up, and I told her off in the morning. I felt that she was not being as respectful as I believe she should have been when she was being served breakfast. She was tired and she was grumpy, and I get it, and I told her off. And she reminded me that the last time she was in Koh Tao, she also got in trouble. So there's obviously something with Koh Tao that for me too, that it brings out the dad in me. I'm like, Ivy, you must pay attention to where we are, because this is a once in a lifetime sort of place, even though we've now been there twice. But I really loved that she was able to say, sorry, let's move on, and she was really mature about it.
But we've decided that we were thinking about not coming here. We were just going to go like out, do stuff, pool, look around, but no, we decided to do the boat, and that's a good decision. But we've got no shoes.
No shoes, but the hotel has just been so cool, and I really like. Pardon?
Change of subject.
No, I was going to say the hotel's been so cool that I really like the sort of. I could have stayed there for the day, so I woke up.
I thought it would have been much worse. You were saying that.
Yeah, me too.
The room's massive. The room's literally 2 bedrooms. If you split in half.
Yeah. air conditioning all where everything's just, I just like those sort of vibes. Cliff View Simple Life Resort. I was going to book us in here, but I chose not to. Because the pool looks nice, but it wasn't the best pool. And I just wanted to do something a little bit different. Right, so we've checked in. Let's go and get a coffee. We checked in to do our snorkeling and we had some time to kill. And outside on the beach it was, I think it must have been sports day or something for the local school. I think it was a Friday morning. Just had such a lovely atmosphere. And I really, really do love Koh Tao. And I loved seeing all these children. I wanted to get involved and it was a really beautiful way of starting the day in Koh Tao with all these kids having such great fun with their teachers on the beach. It was so nice to see. And then it was time for a safety briefing before going onto the boat and doing a snorkeling tour around the island. Hello. What are you doing here? This isn't the boat in the picture. Come on.
I am doing excellent.
I think we were doing about 12 different stops through the day, of which about 5 stops for snorkeling and about 7 stops were at different beaches. And the beaches that we were taken to were actually quite busy. And Ivy and I kind of just preferred sitting on the boat and just, you know, we're not used to sitting on boats and just cruising around an island. So I've spent 3 nights over 2 trips in Koh Tao, and I really do not feel that I have experienced true Koh Tao. Because when you go around on the boat and you see all the different beaches and these amazing places to stay, it's just incredible.
Sunbathing, I was like that, and I've got a line.
This boat trip cost us about £30, £25, £35 for the entire day. It was really good. You do loads of things, and me and Ivy really did enjoy our time here. I love the snorkeling side of it. And there are designated areas that you're meant to stay in, and the boat will sound its horn when it's time for you to come back. However, I'd gone right to the very far end of the area that you're allowed to swim in. And when the boat started doing its horn, I realised that I was a long way away and I felt kind of bad. So I started to try and swim faster. And this was the first of a couple of situations that happened through this day. I started to swim faster and I got cramp in my legs. And I was sort of too far away and I was waving and nobody really was sort of looking. Everybody was getting onto the boat. And for a while I was really, really panicked in the water thinking, what have I done? I'm 53 years old. Maybe I shouldn't be just jumping into the sea and swimming off as if I know exactly what I'm doing. It all turned out fine. I was okay. But when I tried to climb up onto the boat on the ladder, it absolutely killed me. And trying to explain in Thai, I've got cramp. So I managed to pull myself through it. I got a couple of bruises for sure, and then we decided that we were going to stay on the boat while other people did the snorkeling.
Yeah.
Oh. You going to do it, Ivy? You said you wanted to.
No. There's a chair.
Excellent.
Did it put me off?
It's so high, Ivy, I don't think you should. So Ivy is seriously considering this jump. Go on, Ivy. And that was until it was time to see the turtles. Now, Ivy and I had visited Shark Bay last time, and that's where the turtles are meant to be, and we didn't see them. I wasn't sure that we were actually going to see the turtles, but we'd been informed the turtles are there, we know where we're going, and we will see the turtles. So we were swimming in the water, and I remember that first moment I saw one of the turtles in front of me. And I was absolutely stunned because it is absolutely huge. These Koh Tao sea turtles grow to about 5 feet. That's the size of a human. and it is like the size of a dining table, only it looks like a dinosaur. You're not allowed to swim over the top of it, so that when it wants to come up for air, it can come up freely for air. But they informed us that the turtles are fine. This has been going on for years. They've adapted to us. We've adapted to them. It's all good. Seeing it was amazing. And it really will stand as sort of like one of those things that we did it. We saw these turtles in Koh Tao, and the size of them just blew my mind. I had no idea it would be anywhere near as epic as it was. And whilst we were looking at them, something epic was happening above us, and that's that Mother Nature was unveiling another Koh Tao storm. And when I realised how hard this storm was becoming, I started to worry for Ivy.
Unbelievable! You okay? You okay?
Thankfully, Ivy was okay, I was okay, and we made it back to the boat. But what an absolute experience. It was unlike anything I've ever experienced before. That was such a storm. Swimming in that, it just came out of nowhere. Tell us what's happening now. There was a massive storm. I've never swum like that. I hope I got it on the GoPro. Incredible, look at it. Welcome to Koh Tao. It's like thunder and lightning. Ivy, you did excellent. And let's not forget the turtles are like dinosaurs.
That's so bad.
They're unbelievable. And as I said at the start of this video, there's always something that happens in Koh Tao, and being caught in the sea in the midst of this storm, it was something that I probably will never forget for the rest of my lifetime. And as quick as it had come, it was gone, and the sun was shining. There was still some rain in the air, but it was over, and it was time for us to go. We're lucky, Ive. They can only fit 25 on, and there's 31 people. What are we going to do? Living the dream. Don't fall over, slippy. And as much as I love Koh Tao, even things like this, just walking from the boat to the car, can be damn dangerous when you're 53 years old. It's raining, this wood is super slippy. How you doing? So I almost feel as if I've like missed out on this beautiful place. I still hope that I'm going to be able to spend some time just sat on the beaches, maybe not doing all the activities, just soaking in the atmosphere and the environment, because it's next level. But yeah, I have to be careful. In the right one now.
Straight there.
I'm not sure. Will it take us straight there? I don't know. All I do know is I'm sunburned. I'm carrying a rucksack which is kind of burning. It's like playing on the band. Oh yeah.
Can you squish it?
Pardon? What is it?
Mosquito.
Oh yeah, mosquitoes just kill them. You can slap me straight away. Oh. And in a very bumpy Song Thaos, we had to make our way back to our hotel for our final night in Koh Tao. Finally, here we go. Back up. Oh. It's been a good day, hasn't it, Ive? Look at that. Seeing those turtles was incredible. I had no idea, they're like dinosaurs, they're giants. Cop and cap. Ivy and I decided to chill out. We showered. Ivy wants a tan line, a bikini line. Oh. We ate in the restaurant in the hotel. It was absolutely lovely. In fact, it was one of my favourite meals in all of the times that I've been to Thailand. I highly recommend this place. So that is called Koh Pao, and apparently, you found that funny, did you, Ive? And apparently, this is the most popular sort of Thai people dish. This is a curry. Go on, have a little taste. Dip your finger in just. Oh, be careful. Good?
That's similar.
Coconut. Again. I just can't take my eyes off of you. And sweet and sour pork. Okay, Ivy's going to try Kung Pao.
Sweet. I like that.
This sweet and sour is the best sweet and sour that I think I've ever eaten. It's sour. The pineapple is so good. With about 7 minutes to spare, we have packed up in about 45 minutes. Ivy, you did good. We got up late. We went to bed late. And sadly, I haven't had time. I've always planned that I was going to fly the drone this morning, get up at 6 o'clock, and I've missed it. And as you can see, the day is absolutely glorious. There's something, as I'm sort of saying this now, I feel goosebumps, because I think this is like one of my best places in the world. I still want to test Bangkok again, but there is something about this place. It's rugged and it's weathered, but there's just, whenever I come here, I have so much fun. And last night when we had dinner, I was able to relax, and it was excellent value. When we went walking the streets and took Ivy to the UV place the night before, I knew that was all the right thing to do. There was no threat of anything. There was no fear. There was no... Just, it worked sort of beautifully. So, I'm very sad to have to say goodbye to Koh Tao. It's a hell of a journey to get here, thinking from England to Bangkok to Koh Samui to Koh Tao. But it's a journey that I would just do again and again and again.
Good luck.
Take care. Thanks. Bye-bye. Oh my gosh, it is blazing. Because it's the King's birthday. Whilst catching our lift back to the ferry terminal, it dawned on me that the celebrations with the school children on the beach the day before were because it was the King's birthday, and today was the day when everybody started to come out on the streets. And it was almost like Koh Tao wanted to give us one final gift before we went. And when we arrived at the ferry terminal, there was a beautiful carnival going on with all of these lovely children. It was such a great atmosphere. we caught the ferry back to Koh Samui, this was a 3.5 hour journey, but it was so much better. We know what we're doing now. So we had air conditioned seats, Ivy was able to sleep. And then there is one very important part that I want to cover in Koh Samui that ties up a previous video. And that was the fact that I left my wallet in a hotel in the Weekender Resort a few days before leaving for Koh Phangan and Koh Tao. So I had to go and get that. Thank you very much. We've been on a long journey. Oh, it's fine, I'm sure. Yeah, of course. Of course, as you would expect in Thailand, I went back to the hotel and they were waiting with my wallet. All of the money was there. It was so reassuring to know that that's what happens. If something does happen, you're looked after. Okay, let's see what a £32 budget looks like in Thailand. It's fine for us, isn't it, Ive? For one night. We spent the rest of the evening in Koh Samui. We stayed at the Ibis Hotel. We went for a walk around Fisherman's Village. It was a lovely way to say goodbye to Koh Samui, to Koh Tao, Koh Phangan, and then we were off to Chiang Mai, which you can see those videos on our channel. You've been watching Thai Adventures. If you like these videos, it really helps the channel if you can give it a thumbs up, if you can leave a couple of comments, and if you wish to subscribe, you'll be notified whenever we release new videos. We've got more videos coming. And Thailand always comes to life at night. There was one. And of course, Ivy was scared of the frogs.
Oh, frog, you're fine, Ive.
Until next time, peace.
Hello.